What up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back at you again with yet another episode of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. This is episode 126. Let's see if we can get our guest. What's up, Sierra? See you in this mug. Guess you didn't go. Guess you didn't go in. Oh man, about to get started here in a sec. Okay, just sent the invite. Nope, I went to dinner with family. What's up, Phil Wescobar? Just sent the invite to our guest. Hopefully she will get it. I cannot accept invites. I don't know why. Okay. Damn. What's up, Max?
Hi.
Hey, what's up? All right, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
Thank good.
Good.
Thank you
Having a
for
good day
being
so
here.
far.
No problem. What's it like
Thank you for
out there on the
having
west
me.
right now? How's the weather?
It's nice today, but it's been very, very, very like ugly and overcast, and they call it May gray, but it totally sprinkled into June. So, but today we have a little bit of sun, so it's nice. I'm sorry, my dog is making noises because she has
Oh,
no
it's
knowledge
all
of
good. I've been a
personal
pet
space.
owner before.
So,
Um, we'll just get right to it because the last live I did, Instagram only gave me an hour. So I'm not sure why, but
okay.
Shorty Sneaker Conversations, episode 126, featuring Girl with Sneakers. Girl with the Sneakers. My bad. My bad. All
With the
right.
sneakers.
So before we get started, I always ask my guests, what's the most important thing you've been able to take from the world since the pandemic started?
Oh, learning how to be by yourself and
Okay.
enjoying your own company. I feel like a lot of people don't know how to enjoy their own company, and they need people around to feel alive or feel something. And I feel like this has taught us that being with ourselves is okay, and being silly and finding ways to entertain yourself is like not childish. It's okay to be who you are, even if you're goofy, even if you're serious, as long as you're okay with being with yourself. So I that and now I feel like I'm more like of a homebody than I was before because I enjoyed
I
staying home.
got you. I got you. Now, what sneaker did you wear today?
Today I wore work
Oh, it's all
shoes. I
good.
had non-slips. Yep. But yeah, but I didn't get a chance. I just got off
I
work
see
and hopped
you
on,
got the
and
double swoosh on
there we go.
your shoulder there.
Yes, yes. I had to change real quick. Couldn't wear my work uniform, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll just jump right into quarter one, which is sneaker origins. What was your first sneaker memory or sneaker moment?
Ooh, my first sneaker moment, and it was an off-brand sneaker, if you will. So I'm not originally from California. I'm originally from Romania. So when my parents came here and immigrated here, I feel like I kind of like won the jackpot, because it was so much different. If everything was so much better, everything's so much bigger here. I feel like, and I went into Payless shoes because they had the buy one get one when there was still Payless, and I was just amazed by all these shoes that they had. And the first shoe that caught my eye was a pair of Airwalks. They were supposed to be like the Vans, but they were black and pink, and they were checkered. So that is my first sneaker memory that I can think of coming
Okay, about
here
how
to
old were
the,
you when that happened?
to the country. So I was
Okay.
13 when I
Okay.
moved
Fair
here.
enough. Fair enough. All right. Now, what was that next sneaker that kind of solidified it? Like, all right, I'm in this. I'm a sneaker person. Let's go. What was that?
Okay, so that one happened, I would say about 6 years ago, 5, 6 years ago. So I'm still new to, collecting and getting a little bit more involved. But it was
Hmm.
a pair of up tempos. They were the 90s. I
Okay.
actually have them here so I can show you. But
Ah, I remember those. Those.
it's these, and it sold me. It sold me. I love them, and I love the fact that they're mismatched, but they go together, and they're so like clunky, but not too clunky. And yeah, no, I just absolutely love them,
I remember
and
those.
I
I remember
love the
those from
print.
when I used to be a store manager for Hibbett. And we had those there. It was those and the Air Force One made like it, but they were only GS. Oh, you got the Forces too?
Listen,
Okay.
I have
Yeah, I remember those. It
those.
was like 2018, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this was but yeah, that's the one that I was like, oh, I'm in. And then I saw one pair, and then I saw the other pair, and I was like, well, I mean, they match, but I had to, I have them.
Yeah,
So
that's a nice I like that. I like that. Yeah, I was upset that neither of those were made in adult sizes because um I think that they've done it.
I'm
Oh, well,
lucky
yeah,
enough to have
yeah. I think
small feet.
they've done
So
enough with the up tempo, but I definitely would have bought those, Definitely. Okay. All right. Now, getting to the collectorism is that I know you said you've been collecting for what 5 6 years now. You said okay.
yeah, just about,
Um,
just about.
is there a shoe from kind of back before you started collecting that you saw that you wouldn't mind still having, or is it just kind of like whatever?
Um, no, actually, there is my pair,
Okay.
as they would call it, a grail, unobtainable for me, just because I not yet, not at this point in time. I don't see myself spending that much money on a sneaker. Although, if I would be able to financially, I totally would because I still want them. It's Melody Asani,
The
the
watches.
Fearless,
Mm-hmm.
the mids. Yep, with the watches. Those are the ones, and I check eBay all the time, and they've gone a little bit down in price, but not enough to where I can justify buying them,
Yeah.
right now. So those and the
Uh,
BioShocks, the biohacks, the biohacks. Those, oh, they're so
okay.
beautiful. So yeah,
Okay.
those two. Hi, Gina,
Yeah.
I love
Gina is
you.
a Shorty Sneaker Conversations alum. How you doing, Gina? Holding down Massachusetts in this thing. So yeah, okay, okay. Um, now with you, I don't consider you new because I mean anybody who's been in this, you were still in this pre-pandemic. To me, pandemic is like pandemic to present is new. So you're not really new. You got some stripes. Um,
I made the
Now
threshold.
I know that grade school resale is a thing now, and there are some people in the comments now that I'm proud to call sneaker friends that I always give a hard time. I always feel like it's easier to get grade school pairs as opposed to adult pairs. But I know grade school resale is a thing. Is there a shoe from before the pandemic, not the Melody and Shinies, but a shoe before the pandemic that you kind of were on the fence about that you kind of wished you would have got? Because I have a couple.
Um, Yes and no, and only because I am the type of person who, if I didn't get it, if I tried my best to get it and I didn't get it,
Ah,
then it was not meant to be. Then it was not supposed to be my sneaker. It was not for me, because what is for me will come to me. And so, like, all the shoes that I've had my heart set on that were meant to be for me you know, have come to me one way or another. Either I found them, or either I was gifted them, or. So, but no, not that I can think of, not that I can specifically think of. I'm sure there are. If I see them, I'm like, ooh, oh, I wish I would have. Ooh, maybe that one too, you know. Um, Christmas pears, because I have like 4 Christmas themed ones, but that I would like to add. But no, not anything that specifically sticks in my mind. What do
Oh,
you have?
it's just let me think. If there's one, I always regret not getting the Court Purple Jordan 1 2.0, basically the purple Chicago, because those few releases right
Okay,
before
yeah.
the pandemic officially started, the Fire Red 5 with the silver tongue, the DMP 6, and those Court Purple 2.0s, you could just get them. You know, it wasn't until really the Flint 13 where you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this shit is different. You know, so to me that was a check
Yeah.
mark when the Flint 13 came out, because before the pandemic is like, oh, it's full of family, it's gonna be a million of them bitches, I'll be able to get them. But now it's like, and
Yeah.
I've never been able
Yeah.
to not get that shoe. That's a regular shoe to me. So, and I still don't have that version of it. I have every other Flint 13, but yeah,
But
that
not
one.
that
But that
specific one.
purple
Yeah.
Jordan 1, Core Purple 2.0, that's one that I can think of. It's probably others, but now my 43 or 42, 43-year-old brain is coming in. I can't remember. So, it's all good. It's all good. Now, being a lady in this sneaker arena culture, whatever you want to call it, do you feel like you've had to kind of um, I'm trying to articulate it properly. Do you feel like you had to deal with anything extra just because you were a lady in the sneakers? Like, anybody ever tried to kind of play you short? It's like, oh, you a girl, you don't know nothing about sneakers. Has that ever happened? Or
Um, I mean, a little, I guess, but because I'm still, see, you don't consider me new to the game, but I still consider me new to the game because
mm-hmm.
I'm still learning every day. I feel like I'm learning something new, and I feel like when people tell me things, instead of taking it as that like they undermine me, I feel it like as a teaching moment. So I'm learning from them. Of course, if it's like an opinion, I get comments, that like, oh my God, you like mids? That's so trash. And I don't believe that because I like mids, there's nothing wrong with them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. And I don't understand the hate. But like to tell me like, oh, you don't know anything because you're a girl, like, no, I haven't had like
Okay.
mean anybody mean yet. I'm not saying I won't because I probably will because this is the internet and that's what people do. They like to troll, they like to, but I try not to like entertain comments like that. I've had comments I've been told like I'm too old. Like, what are you doing? You're too old for that. Like, mind you, I'm gonna be
How
36 in
how
a couple of days,
old?
so it's not, but
36. Oh, that's not too old. To me, sneakers don't have an age. I mean,
yeah, no,
you know,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. From like children to like grandparents, anybody in between can wear them and feel good about themselves because that's what ultimately it is, putting on a shoe
right.
and feeling
Now, I
good
was
about
going to ask
yourself.
you about how you felt about,
So,
because there's a lot of unnecessary hate for Jordan 1 mids. The shoegame.com actually posted a status I made a little while back. They posted a little while back where I said if you were into Jordan 1s prior to 2011, mids don't really bother you. Because they even made the OG colorways in the mid cut in the early 2000s when they first retroed the one. So um, I will say some of the mids, some of the colorways are kind of dumb, but every shoe has dumb colorways.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the whole thing. You can't just hate on like the whole line because you don't
Yeah,
like
and
one or two of
every
the colorways,
shoe, I can't
So
think of one shoe aside from something like some of the Nike Yeezys. I'm like, all right, maybe some of them, but I can't think of a mass-produced shoe that doesn't have at least one bad colorway, no matter what. The shoe is bad Jordan 11s, and every other bad Jordan 4s. Everybody loves 4s now, so I figured I would
yeah.
ask. Okay, now if you don't mind divulging this here, around what ballpark is your collection size?
Oh, I feel like I stopped counting after like
Okay.
40 pairs because I feel like if I keep a real number on them, then I'm like, oh, I have too many. And I know that's not such a thing, but I try not to keep a number. I know it's over 40 and I just keep buying them and I just keep trying to find place and storage, and my closet is like 75% shoes, 25% clothes, And there's two of us who love sneakers in this household. So, like the space is very limited. If it's not my side of the closet, it's his side of the closet. And they're both taken
Nah,
and they're both
that's
filled
how
with
when I
shoes.
was married, that's how it was for me. My wife had the left side of the closet, I had the right side, and um, I had an extra
Yep.
room, and then I had shoes in our garage because I'm managing a 4-digit shoe collection. So it's yeah, it's like this
Oh my
whole room
God.
is just
Oh my God.
Converse.
Yeah.
So because Converse is my employer. So I just I don't believe that you can have too many shoes. You can't wear them all, but
Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, if you can try. There are some pairs that I haven't worn, but I feel like it's because I haven't found like the right occasion to wear them yet. Like the
yeah,
right,
nah,
or like the
nah,
right outfit. I have something in mind for that pair of shoes and it just hasn't worked out yet.
yeah.
And then
I'll
when
ice a
I find
shoe.
it, I'm going to
I
wear them.
mean, it's shoes I've had for 2-3 years where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna find that right fit eventually, but it's on ice until I figure it out. But I still
Yeah.
got the shoe because it either went
Yeah.
up in value or it's just what I call in the sneaker vortex where it came out and it's just gone and I can't find it. So, that's more so runners and trainers
Yeah.
than it is basketball shoes. But there aren't really any Jordans in the vortex, but it's a real thing. I don't know if that's ever happened to you where you knew the shoe came out, you have the money for it, but you just can't find it. Does that happen to you? Okay. Yeah.
Not
It
yet.
mainly.
Not yet. I feel like I
Okay.
always go for like achievable shoes because then like I don't feel
Yeah.
as
I
bad,
just feel
you
like,
know.
well,
I can't feel
I feel it.
too bad for not getting a
Like it's
shoe.
mainly, like I said, random cross trainers and some of the Air Maxes that aren't Air Max 1s, 90s, 95s, or 97s. They'll come out with a retro run of them and then they'll just disappear, like they never came out. Like right now, it's been 2 years. They retroed the Air Max 96 Part 2. Can't find them joints anywhere now. That's what I mean when I say
Oh,
the
okay.
sneaker vortex.
Yeah. No, no,
Well,
not
good. I'm
yeah,
glad it
yeah. No,
hasn't
not
happened
yet.
to you.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
have not been there
yeah.
yet. Not yet.
So, okay, okay. We're about at the halftime portion of the show. I know I sent you an outline, but I've kind of deviated from that, just based on the conversation. So I usually ask either or questions because there doesn't really seem to be a whole lot going on in the comments. So, um, I guess my first question would be, what would you rather deal with? Would you rather deal with a raffle or lining up for shoes?
Um, lining up for shoes because
Okay,
I'm not very lucky with
fair enough.
raffles.
Fair enough.
I've won one or two at my local skate shops, but for the amount of raffles I enter to the amount of winnings, I would much rather like wake up 4 hours ahead of time and
Got you.
wait in line. I, I'd rather, and then I have the shoe in hand, and then
Got you.
I get the
Got
feel
you.
of it.
Um, so if you could get a Jordan 1 in GS sizing or women's sizing, which one would you pick?
The the Chicago to LA's, is that the right one that I'm thinking of, or the LA to Chicago's? I think,
Okay.
is that what there's yeah,
Okay.
I think those ones. Am I thinking of the am I thinking of the right shoe?
All
I
right.
think I am.
All right. So if you had a choice of buying, again, think about it, it's the same shoe, right? It's that shoe. But if you could get it in GS sizing or women's sizing, which one would you get?
but probably women's sizing because sometimes they fit a little bit different
Mhm.
than I have a lot of kids shoes, but when if I can get them in women's, I'd rather get them in women's, even though they're cheaper in kids. I know I would save a little bit of money wanting them in kids,
Okay.
but I'm thinking like comfort here, you know.
Now, if you could only have one colorway on a shoe between UNC and black and red, which one are you choosing? Okay.
I'd go black and
Okay.
red.
With sneakers, would you rather wear leggings or a dress?
Ooh, a dress. I love a good like dress and sneaker combo, dress and skirt
Okay.
combo. I love it. I love it.
This is pretty random here what I'm going to ask you, but if you had to choose between the messy bun and your hair down, which way are you going?
Um,
Messy bun? Okay. Fair enough.
messy bun. Yep, yep. It fits
Okay.
better.
Um, if you had to choose, I think I know this one, but if you had to choose between the Melody and Shotties and the biohacks, which one are you choosing? Oh, okay.
The fearless.
I figured as much.
I have to because
Biohacks
those yeah
are
yeah
still
yeah
halfway attainable.
yeah. Yeah, no, they are. And like I was even looking, like I always check to see maybe, but I haven't. I feel like I don't think I've ever like all my pairs that I've bought, I don't think I've ever like
That's good.
paid reseller prices because I haven't. I was gifted a pair from eBay,
Mm-hmm.
that they bought off of eBay and I got it for Christmas and but I was never able to bring myself to pay, reseller prices. Like now I would because it's like maybe 10-20 bucks more. So it's not like it's that much more as it used to be. But I not yet. Maybe one day, maybe if I want a pair that bad, but I try to be kind of laid back with it. Like I said, if it comes to me, that means it was meant to be for me and it will be mine. And if it's not meant for me, then I will find
That's
another
such a
shoe
good
that was
attitude to
meant for me.
have in this game. Such a good attitude. I've never.
With the amount of sneakers losses that I have had, I have to have that attitude because I'd be mad all the
All
time, like
right. Well,
all
I was gonna ask you about
the
that in a
time.
little bit, about the L's, but um, okay, okay. Well, we'll jump right into quarter three. Which is a sneaker present. We've kind of touched on that already. And usually my first question for quarter three is, what's the hardest L you've taken in the past 3 years? Like that one that hurt the most.
Okay, hold on, because I feel like it was recent too. Oh, I feel like out of sight, out of mind. So I try not to think about it or be too mad about it. But I know that there was one that I was very upset about. Very mad. I was like, are you kidding? It was. I can't even
Well, I'll
think which
name
one.
some of
I
mine.
can't. I can't. I can't. I know. I know. I'm sure there's been some,
Yeah,
but
the 2020 Flint 13, that was a tough L. I took an L on the all black
yeah.
Barkley, the CB94, because my pair from 2003 started to crumble, and I wasn't able to get the replacement pair because they were so hard to get. Those are the only ones I can think of from 20. From 21, the off-white Jordan 2, the the Pata Air Max 1, the blue one. I got the maroon one, but I really wanted that blue Pata Air Max 1. The um,
Okay.
the What the P Rods, really any dunk. You know what I mean? Any dunk
There you
that.
go. Yeah. And as you're talking, and I was like, yeah, the chunky dunkies, Anna, the paras, the P rods. Well, the first time around, I didn't get the why so sads. I didn't get, but I, I, I ended up getting them. I got them somehow. I did get, what did I get recently? Oh, recently I was very excited because I got a win on sneakers and I was so happy and I was so excited. And I was like, oh my God, it's the first one in so long. And the only reason why I got them is because they never sold out and you can
Which
still
one?
buy them. So that's
Oh, okay.
the Easter ones, the kid size, the Easter ones, because I like the colorway. And I got them in today and I opened them and they're really pretty. And like the swoosh has like a little like glitter metallic in it. I love it. I love it when I open up a shoe and it's prettier than what you see online because you see the little details and just the little things that like the camera just can't catch. And you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I got this because it's so much prettier. Like the Jordan Mid Diamond Edition ones with like the see-through sole or like the clear sole, they're like an iridescent white. So when you put them in the sun, they're like an iridescent white color. So like they're so pretty, but you can't see that online because
You
I
know,
don't
I
know.
want to say
You
I
can't.
really enjoy your enthusiasm. It's infectious. It's really good. You know, it's so you reminded me of how it is back in the day, copy kicks. You know, so don't lose that. You know, I really appreciate it. Yeah.
See, I won't. I won't. This is
Nice,
how I am,
nice.
like all the time.
Okay. Now let's flip it around. What was one of your biggest win over the last couple of years?
Win. Oh, I got the
Oh, okay.
Dornbeckers, the Harachas, the wait, wait. Nope,
Okay.
those are the foam posits. Wait, wait, because I don't have a pair and I liked them, but these were so, so nice and they're so soft. Like I am in love. I didn't get a chance to wear them yet because perfect outfit, but this to me has been my biggest win because I love whenever they have like the Dornbeckers. I love that collaboration. And I love that they allow the kids to use their creativity and like their worst time, you know? Like it makes the shoe so much more special. Like, yeah, a celebrity collaboration, whatever, but like you just made a kid's like dream come true. Like that's something, you know? So like these would be my favorite
Okay.
collaborations
Okay. Those
ever.
are some pretty big wins. I mean, um, I had a couple of Dornbeckers in the stash. It's always nice to have them around just because of what it means, and um, you know, it's not something everybody.
And they're usually
Yeah,
like
it's not something everybody's
funky.
gonna have. So um, that's a beautiful thing right there. I thought about getting because a few people returned those Hirachis to the Nike near me. I just they were all 11s. Like everybody who returned them was an 11. I could do an 11 in a Hirachi, but I prefer a 12. I like all my runners to be 12s. I like a little bit of room. So 11 and a half
Yeah.
is damn near
Yeah.
impossible if you don't work at the store. So, you know, I usually just go for either
Oh,
11 or
okay.
12. But yeah, those is hot. Those is hot. Well, we've already went over your holy grail. So what's another shoe that just off the top of your head you want really bad? Maybe not on the level of the Melody of Shawnees or the Biohacks, but another shoe where you're like, I need those.
Um, the hmm, that, that's tough. Okay, okay.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
all good. Take your
I'm
time.
trying to think of the names and I'm drawing a blank, but it's there. It's there. It's there. I promise. I promise it's there. It's a pair of
Ah,
dunks. It's the Dr.
yeah, those are
Strange
nice.
Love, the pink
Mm-hmm.
ones, the velvety pink ones. Those ones. Those ones are another pair where it's like, if I could afford them, like in a heartbeat, but I can't. I
Yeah,
just can't bring
that was a
myself to
tough L
spend that
too. I
much
tried to
on
get
a shoe.
those, and that wasn't too long after the Chunky
Yeah,
Dunkies either. That was like a few months after. So a lot of L's,
yeah,
but it's all good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
chunky dunkies were cool, you know. Like I would have rocked them, but like I would have taken the
Oh,
Dr.
okay,
Strange Love
okay.
over those.
Ah, okay.
Chef's kiss.
Now, out of your collection, what silhouette do you have the most of?
It's a tie between like maybe Dunks and
Okay.
Jordan
Okay.
1 mid.
Good.
I have a lot of Dunks just because they've released a lot of colorways that I've liked. So whatever colorway that I like that I
Now,
attempted to buy,
are you an equal
I
opportunity
got.
dunk wearer, or do you just wear lows?
Um, no, I have high dunks
Oh
and I have
man, you got
thigh
some of
high.
those? The wedges? I used to
Yeah,
sell those.
yes, yes, and I wish those would make a good. I wish those would make a comeback because I
Yeah,
would
the
buy
Nike
like a
account
bunch
I
of
was
them.
working for at the time,
But
we were selling those heavy. I remember I had like a gray and pink pair that I was selling. We had like a white and gum pair. There was a bunch of them.
yeah, I have a tan pair, tan and blue with blue lace. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
those are
that's like
excellent. I love
2012,
those.
2013 when they were coming out with those. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, as we kind of get to quarter four, um, what direction would you like to see your collection go in the future?
Um, it just depends on what direction the shoe game is going to go in because it it just depends what they release. You know, do I like it? Do I not like it? Because I have different pairs in my collection because I like the color scheme. Like, besides the meaning, of like, okay, the collaboration, I look at the color, like, is it bright? Will it pop? Will it stand out? Does it speak to my heart? And that's where I go from. If the game keeps going with like the Jordan 1 Elevate, then I don't really see my collection growing a little bit. They're not my absolute favorite. They may be somebody's, and that's totally okay. Um, I think I've only seen one colorway in which they look, I think, decent in. And I only think I thought they were cute because they were pink. So that kind of sold me out. I was like, oh, well, it's a light pink. Okay, I guess it's kind of, but it's not just the clunky heel with the light top. It's trying to give, and it's not really giving to me. So I don't. Those are not my favorite. But as long as they bring out, even like oh, I have the color changing UV Air Force ones. See if they made like different colors of those. Oh, absolutely. Like those
Okay.
were cool. I really, really enjoyed those. The if they make some more funky 35s, I have the Air Jordan 35, the with the women in
Okay.
power.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So those ones, like if they make something like that again, like I'd buy that. Like some more funky color up tempos, like a new silhouette. I mean, I'm not a designer, so I don't know how hard it is to make it, obviously, but I'm not, I don't I don't know. Of course, I'm gonna keep, collecting and buying what speaks to my heart and what makes me happy because that's what it ultimately is. But I I'd like to grow it a little bit more with some more styles, some more colors, not just the basic reds and blues
Right.
and greens,
I got you. I
So
got you. Now, what's a shoe out there that everybody loves that you really don't mess with or fuck with?
Um, that everybody loves that I don't like.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me still? Sorry, my ear. Okay. Um, I again, like, I try not to hate on any shoe. Oh, no. You know what? I hate Crocs. I'm so sorry to say this. I
I don't
hate
like them either.
Crocs.
So, you know.
I'm so sorry because I know there are people who love them,
They're not really
but
shoes to be.
yeah. So I don't like them. There's people at work who know this, who knows that I just hate. I don't like them. I don't like them. So, but it's fine if other people wear them. You do you. It's they collect them. That's absolutely wonderful for them. But I don't. That's the one shoe that cannot get behind. I'm so sorry for whoever loves it. It's great for you, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew there was something.
Now,
There was
what is
something.
on your radar next? What do you plan on trying to get like the rest of this year?
Okay, the rest of this year, I feel like I kind of like the past couple of months, I kind of lagged, so I haven't really been like up with it. Life has been kind of busy. Um, but is there anything that excites me about buying in the future? Not yet. I feel like I can't think of a pair that stands out yet. Um, I'm waiting to see what they come up with, like the holidays and like Halloween and Dia de los Muertos and things like that, because I love a good themed shoe. I love a good theme to a shoe. Um, but yeah, I have no plans yet. Nothing set in stone. Ooh, there are some pretty purple ones on the Nike website that are going to drop in a couple of days that I'm going to try to get. But besides those, nothing specific to be like, I gotta go, I gotta make sure I have it, I gotta go see what shops around me are gonna drop it.
Okay.
Nothing like that. Is there anything on your list like that? Are you excited for anything?
There's a couple of Jordans I need to replace. Um, they're coming out with the playoff fakes
Okay.
again. My
Okay.
pair is from 2007. They're wearable, but they're still from 2007. The burgundy or maroon 5 Air Jordan 5. I need to replace them. I'm afraid to wear my pair from 2006. So a lot of it is just replacing. I mean, this year, the only shoe that I've really been excited for was the Reimagined 3, just because my white cements from
Okay.
2003 are no longer wearable. So a lot of it has just been replacing with the Jordans. I did buy these, but I don't know if I'm going to keep them because the pair I got, the
Okay.
quality of
Okay.
them is just not. Nah,
It's
nah.
not
It's
all there.
to the point where I'm just like,
Okay. Is it the stitching? Is it the glue? Is it the little pieces that come out? Or like, is
um,
it the feel?
it's a lot of. I mean, the shoe is all suede, so there are a lot of blemishes on the shoe, um, and
Okay.
just a lot of imperfections. And again, like I don't know if you can see it. There's a little dot right there, but
Okay.
there are some blemishes kind of up here. I don't know if you can see them on the toe.
Yeah. Yeah, the
There are a
little.
lot of glue imperfections. I mean, you got this here. They're just this shoe really,
They're
yeah, this
not
shoe really should have
up to
come out in
par.
2014 anyway. That was the year of the 6, but I'm also not thrilled with how the red doesn't match either. So I'm kind of on the
Yeah.
fence.
Yeah.
I know people are going to return these because they have no resale value. So I know that there are going to be other pairs floating around, but it's a 6. A 6, it's the one Jordan where no matter how it's
Yeah.
colored, I'm going to be like, it's my favorite Jordan to wear. So, you know,
Okay.
I'll
Okay. Okay.
probably have more unnecessary and useless colorways of the 6 than any other shoe in my collection other than maybe the Jordan 1. So I have a lot of useless
Okay.
ones too.
Okay.
But, it's fine.
They're not useless. They're not useless. They're just not in use yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll say what you said. They're not in use yet. All right. So, I guess one of my last questions is, with you liking themed shoes, you have any Converse in your collection?
I oh, I do. They are the
With the fur?
ambush Converse, the fuzzy
The
ones,
ones, the blue ones with the fur?
the blue and
Oh,
uh-huh,
man.
those ones.
There were a couple pairs of those around the Converse I bet. They were like $29.99, but they were only like little
I
sizes. Like, I want those so bad, but I can't pay $300 for them. That's how much they are on Goat, my size.
they I I just love them so much. I think I've only worn them like once or twice, and I have a blue coat, fuzzy like that goes. So I had the perfect coat for the perfect shoe. But yeah, those are. I do have Converse. I have that one, and I feel like I have like one pink
Okay.
sparkly pair. Um, but and I do have some
Nice.
Vans. They're Sailor Moon Vans. I got the high tops. I have the slip-ons, and then I have the ones with like a chunky heel, the highs with the chunky heel. But those are Sailor Moon themed,
Okay.
so
I like it. I like it. Now, before we go, did you have any questions for me?
what is your favorite shoe out of your whole
Yeah, I can
collection? And
pick
can
one.
you pick just one? And if you can't pick
No, I
just
can
one, I will
pick
take
it.
your
It's no
top two.
problem. I have a pair of Chicago ones that I've had since 8th grade that I can still wear and fit. I wore them to see the movie Air whenever Air came out. I want to say March or April. Um, yeah. So those 1994 Air Jordan 1 Chicago's, they're just, it's not because of the hype. I know ones are hyped now, but I used to get made fun of for wearing those shoes because everybody said they were ugly because of the red and everything. Of course, this is 1994 and 5, so they weren't popular. This is before the retro
Yeah.
age, so they were just ugly. But those are my favorite just because I've had them since I was a kid and I could still wear them. You know, they were a 10 and a half.
Yeah.
I'm an 11 and a half,
Yeah.
12 now, but they had to cut the shoes bigger for me to still be able to fit them. That's it. But yeah, I love those shoes.
You just got
Yeah,
to pick the right way,
yeah.
you know?
So those Chicago ones are my favorite shoes.
I could see why. They have sentimental value,
Yeah, I've
you
had
know?
them.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
20.
Yeah.
So I got them in '95. They were on sale at Champ Sports downtown Cleveland. They were like $50 on sale. They were clearance because they only retail for 80, so they were like $50. And my father bought them for me, and yeah, I wish they were here right now. I don't have them here in this place. All I have, what I call the trap. All I have are Converse here. So um, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
have them here. But people ask me, let's see them. I send you, I DM you a picture of them. I have them. I just don't have them here. So yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Post them
For
in your
sure.
stories.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me?
Um, what shoe have you missed out on that you wish you can get, but you have not been able to find or to get yet?
One shoe that's really eluded me quite a bit. I've come close to it a few times. Is the very first UNC Jordan 1, the retro from 2015, the leather one. It was the Nike account I was
Okay.
working at the time. I was the only store in our district that didn't get them. And by the time I got off, everybody had sold out of them. So, and they've come down a little bit since Jordan 1s have kind of cooled off, but it's still like a $400 shoe. For a while, it was like a $600 shoe. I needed to be like a $250 shoe. I really
Yeah.
don't want to
I
pay
get
that,
that. I
but
get
I
that.
would pay
Yeah.
that. 250, 280, but no
Yeah.
more than that because it's still just a Jordan 1. And I have the KO version of it. I just want the leather
Yeah.
version.
The
Yeah, so
leather version.
that
Yeah.
purple one that I told you about that I should have bought right before the pandemic, that's another. I mean, those don't go for that much, but it's kind of hard buying Jordans on eBay and GOAT and places like Macari and Poshmark because you just don't know. I mean, they bootleg them so well now, and this is something I definitely shouldn't say being an employee of them, but I do feel like, I'll just say the big brands, the big two, I do feel like they bootleg some of their own shoes. I'm saying that because everybody's so into sustainability. So before, they used to just burn shoes, but that's not good for the environment. So, all right, the A grades make it to the store. Some of the higher grade B grades will still make it to the store. Like, how did this get this? To me, this is like a high B grade. This isn't even really an A grade the way it. But what happens to the C and D grades? They don't burn them. So where are they? What happens to it? So that's where I think that some of the stuff is so good. It's like, man, this had to come from this brand or that brand. You know, maybe not, but some of the materials, it's like, come on, man. Like, I've seen Yeezys next to each other where it's the real one and the fake one, and I'm like, they're too good.
They're too good.
So,
they're too good. Right?
Some of those UAs and stuff, I do feel like they come from the big brands, and they're kind of just sold on the black market. So, you know, that's just me, though. I'm not saying the names of any brands or anything. But, you know. Oh, I got another shoe that's eluded me quite a bit. I've given up on getting the first one because it's just too expensive. But the second off-white Converse with the checkerboard, I really want the first ones, but whenever I can find them for a price that I'd be willing to pay, they're like destroyed, yellowed, you know, the vulcanized is worn off or something like that. Like, the second one is a little easier to come by. But yeah, those are the only ones. Well, I got one more. They're coming to me now that you've asked me. Since I am a collector of Converse, amongst other shoes, Dwayne Wade, his very first playoff shoe, the Converse Wade 1.0, that shoe in black and red with the white toe, it's eluded me so many times. I've had the shoe in other colors, but not that color. And people really want like $700-800 for these Converse. And I'm like, if I'm gonna pay that much for a Converse, I'm getting some Jimi Hendrix or some Kurt Cobains. I'm not getting no Wades. You know, when I've got 5 other colorways of that same shoe that I probably paid $30 for on Macari or Poshmark, or I've had them since they came out. So, yeah. But I really want to thank you for being here today. You know,
thank you for having me.
Your enthusiasm is infectious. Keep collecting sneakers the way you do. You remind me of how it used to be before it became mainstream to be into sneakers. You know, so
thank you.
Before we go, because I don't want Instagram to cut it off on me, let everybody know where they can find you. You know, let them know what's your socials.
You can find me on Instagram at the girl with the sneakers, and you can find me on TikTok at girl with her sneakers, because
somebody else had it, huh?
Some stuff happened and I don't have that account anymore, so I had to change it up a little bit. But
with that shirt that you're wearing, what sneakers do you normally wear with that before we go?
I have a pair of Dunks that goes with it. And I have a pair of Jordans that go with it. Jordan Lows. They're like a orange and a burnt orange, and the same with they're very similar. They're very, very similar. Just the silhouettes are a little different. But yeah, I have options.
All right. You know, you might wear those up tempos or those forces with that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, when in doubt, I always wear my up tempo.
For sure. Well, again, thank you so much for being here. I'll definitely be checking you out. You know, I already have been, but I'll definitely be checking you out on IG, seeing what you're rocking. Looking at my lights that went off. All right. Well, look, thanks again for being here. On behalf of, I say it wrong. Say your name one more time. On behalf of Girl with the Sneakers, Shorty C94. This was episode 126 of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. We will see y'all soon. Peace.